Let me ask you something. What if the color of your skin was the first thing people judged about you before they ever heard your voice? What if every room you had to walk into, you had to wonder, will they see me as a person or a stereotype? For far too many, that isn't imagination, it's reality. And today, we're gonna have an honest conversation, not about politics, not about left versus right, not about blaming one race over another. We're talking about humanity because racism needs to end. When I look around the world, I don't just see skin color. I see people. People with dreams, people with families, people trying to survive, people carrying invisible battles. But somewhere along the way, people start judging hearts by skin color. And that has caused generations of pain. Think about that. Nobody is born hating another human being. Children don't care what color another child is, they just want someone to play with. Hate is learned, which means love can be learned too. As a Black woman, I've experienced moments that made me question why people looked at me differently before they even knew my name. Moments where I wondered, was it something I did? Only to realize it wasn't. It was the color of my skin. Those moments stay with you, not because you're weak, but because you're human. Sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes people don't even realize they're doing it. But every experience reminds you that we still have work to do. People often think that racism only hurts the people experiencing it. That's not true. Racism hurts everyone. It creates fear, division, suspicion, anger. Communities become separated. People stop trusting one another. Businesses lose incredible talent. Friendships never happen. Relationships never begin. Entire opportunities disappear because someone made assumptions before giving another person a chance. Imagine how much greatness we lost because of prejudice. How many inventors, leaders, teachers, artists, doctors, pastors, entrepreneurs, all because someone judged appearance instead of ability. When you cut your finger, does your blood come out a different color because of your race? No. When someone cries, does their tears change? No. When someone loses someone they love, does grief discriminate? No. Pain doesn't care about race. Love doesn't care about race. God doesn't care about race. Why should we? One of the things I love most about my faith is knowing that God doesn't measure people the way humans often do. God looks at the heart, not skin color, not wealth, not popularity, not status. Every single person was created in his image. That means every person has value. Every person deserves dignity. Every person deserves respect. You don't have to look like me for me to love you. You don't have to agree with me for me to respect you. That's maturity. That's compassion. That's what the world desperately needs. One of the saddest things about racism is that it often gets passed down from generation to generation. Children hear conversations, they watch behavior, they notice who adults trust and who they don't. If we want a different future, we have to model something different. Teach kindness, teach curiosity, Teach respect. Teach children to judge character instead of color, because every generation has a chance to break cycles. Sometimes we judge people before we ever spoken to them. We assume, we stereotype, we make stories in our minds. But imagine what would happen if instead we started asking questions, listening, learning. You don't have to agree with everything someone else believes, but you can still treat them with dignity. Respect doesn't require agreement, it requires humanity. Some racism isn't loud. Sometimes it's a joke, a comment, an assumption, an unfair opportunity. Sometimes people stay silent because speaking up feels uncomfortable. But silence allows injustice to continue. That doesn't mean every conversation has to become an argument. It means having courage, courage to say that isn't right, courage to stand beside someone who's being treated unfairly, courage to see people as people. The world doesn't need more hatred. It doesn't need more division. It doesn't need more labels. It needs more compassion, more forgiveness, more understanding, more listening. Imagine neighbors where everyone looks out for one another. Imagine workplaces where everyone truly has equal opportunity. Imagine schools where every child felt safe. That's the world worth fighting for. If you've experienced racism, I know the temptation to become bitter, to expect the worst, build walls. Your pain is real, but don't let hatred steal your heart. Because when hate controls us, it wins. Protect your peace, protect your kindness, protect your ability to love. Not because people always deserve it, but because your heart deserves freedom. Change doesn't always start in governments. Sometimes it starts with one conversation, one friendship, one act of kindness, one person refusing to judge someone because they look different. Be that person. Smile first, listen first, encourage first, love first. Someone has to make the first move. Why not let it be you? I truly believe this world can become better. Not overnight, not perfectly, but one person at a time, one family at a time, one community at a time, one choice at a time. Let's stop teaching hate. Let's stop assuming. Let's stop dividing ourselves into us and them. At the end of the day, we're all human. We all want to be loved. We all want to belong. We all want someone to see our heart before our appearance. If that's the world you want to live in, be part of creating it, because racism has taken enough. It's time for respect. It's time for compassion. It's time for unity. It's time to see each other through the eyes of humanity. And if you believe racism has no place in this world, leave a comment below and simply write "Love wins." Don't forget to subscribe. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. And remember this: the strongest people don't build bigger walls. They build bigger tables where everyone has a seat. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.